Blue side's won every game. Let's do this trade and see if we can spice things up. I get it. Didn't work out. I get it. They did a game 1, and I was thinking like, oh, the impacts this has on the rest of the series, you know? How is this gonna... They just keep going blue side, and now, again, D+ have an easy time banning. Last time they banned Aurora Vi Jace. They can just do that again, if they so please. And the thing with Fearless as well, you know, sometimes in Fearless, we see teams like adjust based on, you know, what was not in Fearless, we see teams have to adjust based on what was played last game. Even if you win the game, you might ban away something that was picked last time they had a problem with. In Fearless, it just doesn't matter. You don't have to ban the stuff you just played against. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Jay's gonna get banned, no surprise. Aurora already gone. Vi probably gonna be the 3rd ban from D+. Cassante and Zinzao not banning the Mel yet, though.
Which is pretty interesting because if it does stay up,
I wonder if Showmaker plays Mel, you know?
Well,
I know his champion pool, we saw in the graphic, very small. He doesn't play many champions.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll have picked up Mel yet.
They leave it up, and now you can just trade Mel for Vi if you'd like. Or you could just ban Vi.
They opt out of it.
And, okay, well, it's Galio. That's not Mel. They say, surely you don't play Mel. You can't play Mel. And you kind of have to pick away Camille from Camille Galio. So maybe just going to see either Siwu or Beryl, or maybe even Showmaker at this point. I don't even know. Somebody's going to be playing the Camille. Siwu doesn't look too happy about it. Or maybe not.
I think the Wukong denial is really big. Wukong Galio really strong. Taking that away, pretty important. Will they pick up the Mel, or do they not want to play Mel into Galio? Obviously, I think Mel has a much easier time against ranged champions, so you can like block the projectiles. Galio can kind of just get up in your face. So maybe this is their prepared pick to deny the Mel. We'll see, though. I could see Showmaker just locking it in and saying, yeah, I'm down. But first off, they will deny picks that pair up well with the Galio.
Yeah. 2 of them in a row. I mean, there's still other picks. The Ziggs is available, but the Ziggs is kind of like the afterthought, like, oh, we've got extra damage on top of our engage. You really want someone who's also going to be going in there pretty deep to set up the Galio for engage. But 2 of those champs were just taken away. So what else do they look for? Rakan could be another good one, but that was taken away, right? So Nocturne.
That's a pretty good one.
And Shen.
Those are pretty good champions. You know what they did? You know what happened in the previous game? Is they got globaled to all hell by Showmaker, right? He was just styling on them with his TPs and his global ult. And you know what Nongshim said? That's a pretty good strategy. And they are literally just copying that ×3. 3 champions with global or semi-global ultimates on the side of Nongshim. They're like, look, guys, we struggle with macro. We've struggled with having the right people there for our team fights. Everyone is going to be there for every fight. Beryl cannot step foot
or we lose.
Beryl cannot step foot in our jungle without the whole of the Avengers coming in and, like, swarming down on him.
Yeah.
Or they lose. And Ziggs picked up for aiming. You have a lot of setup with the Wukong and the Camille. When they dive in, you just ult on top. But Ziggs into, like... You know, Ziggs, I feel like, can do a pretty good job at peeling away a lot of melee threats, but it's kind of hard to do much against Nocturne and Shen and a Galio on top.
Yeah, I mean, if you get hit by the Nocturne, aiming's positioning going to have to be pretty stellar in this one to not be seen by Nocturne. If he gets seen and ulted, he's probably just dead.
And the thing is, you can buy a Zhonya, sure, but it kind of delays your damage, but also it means you're just standing still. Doesn't get you out of the situation. So we'll see. Seeing some bans come through. Talia getting banned away from Showmaker. I think it makes a lot of sense into all these dive-focused melee champions. Even though D+'s comp is quite dive-focused in and of itself, definitely some extra peel for these Ziggs would go a long way. Neela banned out.
Yeah.
Respecting Jiwoo for his old notorious Neela fame.
Yeah. I mean, Neela, it feels like, you know, everybody's going in, could feel good, but she doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So...
Oh, man. I don't think Akali's that great here. I actually think you could go something like the Swain in this situation. You know, you've seen 3 melee champions into you. What are they going to do?
LeBlanc?
Dive you?
Rise?
Zillion also pretty good.
That's a fast Wukong. All right.
Oh, you killed aiming? Do it again.
Do it again. And Yeah, I mean, the speed ups that you get as well, like, you're going to have very reliable engage. Now, he is kind of a sitting duck, and, you know, you throw a bunch of bombs on the ground and stuff like that, but now you're also a target, potentially. Sivir.
Oh, man. Not only do they have this global comp, but a lot of speed. And actually, Sivir and a Ziggs is kind of annoying to play the Ziggs into, because she has a spell shield that blocks your Qs. Not that fun. You do outrange her, but it just doesn't really matter that much because she's so fast. So actually, Sivir pretty heads-up pick into the Ziggs. Kennen gonna come out, running a bit of extra AP damage, but also King feeling confident about that into the Camille. Nongshim have kind of cooked with this draft. They've kind of gone out there to a decent
mid Aatrox.
Let's see. So I don't think it's Camille support. It could be. It is Camille support.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Yeah. You know,
How
I said
could we be so silly?
No, I said it right when the Camille was hovered, when she was hovering it. I'm like, you know, this could go to Shu. It could absolutely go to Barrel. Maybe even Showmaker. I don't know.
Let's be honest. Any pick could go to Barrel.
He'll play whatever he wants.
He will play what he wants.
And
I think Showmaker and Barrel are just having a competition to who can outpick each other. That is my interpretation of D+'s drafting. It's like, Barrel's like, oh, I could Camille, and Showmaker's like, no, you could. He's like, bet.
I'll do it. Don't make me.
I don't think you even need to prompt him. It just will. He'll just lock it. But yeah, I think some interesting decisions coming out here from D+ with that flex of the Camille to support. Camille support's been popular in solo queue for a while. Definitely a pick that can have a lot of carry potential, but I think some things did hurt her. I mean, she does now have the Blood Song, which is a nice for her, but it did recently get nerfed. Also, like, some of her base stats, like the base damage on her abilities and her base stats got nerfed a bit because she was really popular in solo queue support, so she's weaker now than she has been in the past. But it's Beryl, and he will press R. I know he will do that much. I kind of like Nongshim's composition. I think they give themselves a lot of tools, a lot of options. Just make good use of them, you know? If they fall behind against a composition with Zilean, I don't think they're going to have a fun time. I know Aatrox gets his revive back thanks to Zilean.
Well, there you go. Let's jump on the rip for Game 3. Game number 3.
You know what's the craziest thing about this game?
What's that?
Beryl went no skin Camille.
Why?
What does it mean?
Why?
And Fisher went no skin Galio. When you have the chicken skin? Come on, man.
I mean, that's kind of, yeah, that's out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Not allowed. Aiming going for the Arcanist Ziggs. It's just inferior to Pool Party Ziggs.
Oh, Lands is here, but she taunts away.
Oh, and he dodges everything. No mana flow ban stack for you, Aiming.
Yeah. Aiming did go for the biscuits in this game. Did go for inspiration second.
Did he definitely have biscuits or just inspiration?
Maybe just inspiration.
Yeah, because I think people have been going free boots and Cosmic Insight has been the common one.
I just associate second rune page, what do you even call it? Secondary runes, inspiration with biscuits.
It was that way for a while.
Like,
yeah, no, he hasn't.
In my brain, yeah, he has not gone for the biscuits. In fact, nobody has gone for the biscuits.
No biscuits? The world's healing.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Time heals everything, you know? She was never going to really have a fun time, especially when you're playing into not only Kennen, but also Sivir.
You guys thought playing into a ranged top was bad? How about 2? And Shen solo bot lane. Because why not? Honestly, compared to a Kennen, a lot better at fending off a dive.
He's going to hit level 6 very fast. Okay, TP comes in.
Bit of shed XP. It means Kingen's level 2, Lahen's level 2. Very hard to make a dive happen against this. Especially since Beryl was still level 1 as the TP happened. And it kind of feels like this series, we've seen a lot more of Jiwoo laning against Shiwoo in this one than the normal lanes. It kind of feels like that's the angle they're going for.
Some interesting maneuvers in bottom lane.
Threatening, but not going any more aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, I said that playing Ziggs into Sivir can be a bit annoying. The spell shield just negating your poke a good amount.
Yeah.
Not a problem if you're laning into Kennen.
Yeah, what if you just don't lane into Sivir?
Yeah.
For a while.
Then you're fine, I guess.
Oh. Using the satchel for harass.
Yeah. I think they're not aware of any real counter threat going to come out from Nongshim.
Yeah.
I get the vibe that they're not looking to flash on aiming and try and kill him. But we'll see.
Yeah. Gideon level 4. Just trying to hit level 6 as fast as he possibly can. He's going back to his Raptors. Meanwhile, we have Lucid in the jungle as they have spotted him in his own jungle, Gideon. I don't know if Lucid's going to be able to do much alone, but a little bit of a roam up maybe from Beryl.
We both have Smite.
He's going to get in there. He doesn't smite it away, I don't believe.
No, Lucid got the big one.
Oh, he did, I guess, yeah. Smite on cooldown. As now, flash on in, has to flash away. Beryl might just be the sacrifice. He also has to flash. First blood given over to Gideon. Well, at least they got the big Raptor. Flashing away here as well is Showmaker.
I expected nothing else from Beryl, you know? He always has to sacrifice. He has to be the first death. It's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, he was all in. Lucid was like, hey, I got the Raptor. You got the big Raptor. I'm ready to go. Beryl's like, we need to do more. We need to do more.
Yeah.
And he did more.
He really is that guy at the poker table that's just all in every single hand.
Every single hand.
You're like, we're just trying to play a game. He's like all in.
And then the one time you call him on it, why does he have a flush?
Why does he have pocket aces?
It's literally Atlas as well. If anyone doesn't know, whenever we play poker, Atlas always says he says he has a flush, always. And then you call him and he actually has a flush that one time. It's infuriating.
Yeah, surely not this time. Oh no, he's got it again.
It's just every time. And you obviously know Atlas's favorite player is Beryl, so very alike in that regard.
It makes sense. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Well, Gio alone doesn't do very well into the two of them. So Lehens has to come over, help out a little bit.
Yeah, also Gio is saving a spell shield in case Beryl tries to engage, so he's not spell shielding the Qs, which is kind of sad. Logical and makes sense, but it is kind of sad.
Satchel again.
A lot of aggressive satcheling. I'm not sure I condone it.
I think it's okay for now, shield. But not later.
Yeah.
Please.
Definitely not later.
Later, if you're using our satchel offensively, they can just pull the trigger.
Yeah, this team from Nongshim, pretty good. Pretty good at doing that.
Yeah. Still curious about what this Aatrox is going to end up doing. I feel like into teams that go all in, you can be very strong, but the laning phase is not fun.
I think the Camille Flex would have been really cool if they picked something that would actually win. The problem is, right, it just doesn't work because of lane swaps. Because it would have been really cool if they picked something that could have just bullied Kennen on a lane, because Kennen is very good into melee tops, but like kind of struggles into range tops himself. A lot of them can out-trade him.
Yeah.
So like if they flexed Camille's support and then put something top just to beat up Kennen, that would have been sick. But there's lane swap, so even if that happened, you wouldn't really get to see it.
Yes, lane swaps never going away for the foreseeable future. They've tried, it hasn't worked out.
Yeah, kind of done with the second era lane swaps.
Yeah.
I wonder when the third era of lane swaps will be. Or do you think it's just continuous? It'll just never go?
Yeah, I think the second era will last for quite a while, so it's kind of hard to know exactly when it'll end, and then, you know, you get on to the next one.
No. There needs to be some time off. We had a decent run without lane swaps for a while.
How long did that last?
It's like, how long? Like 5 years? 6, maybe? I don't know. It was a while. When did lane swaps go?
I think it was like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm not sure how long, like exactly the year that it ended.
I find it really hard because when I think about it, like 2020 was like 2 years ago.
It was 2016.
2016 feels like it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was
it does really
9
mess with
years
me.
ago.
That is not okay.
Yeah. That's a fun thing you can do.
9 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, uses the E to dodge away from the second bomb. Pretty slow going in this game, which I don't think Nongshim can be too upset about. They did get those early grubs. DK got the early dragon. Or trade off there. It was, I mean, I'm bringing this up again, but it was such a cool swap, the Camille swap.
Yeah.
For it to end up like this.
Beryl just wanted to play Camille. He's like, nah, I'm just playing Camille. So.
But that's fine.
You pick whatever you want. In fact, I'm just going to pick you Aatrox. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes that's the way it is. Oh, can he get the plate in time? I think he can.
Yeah.
The minions will do it for him. So King getting pretty fed on this Kennen. Is going AD Kennen as well. So menace in the side lane, less of a menace in the team fights.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you can
fairness,
stun people.
To some extent, I kind of get it because you're playing into like Zillion, Wukong, Camille. Like, it's hard to really get like the big ult value on them. He can just kind of sit on top of Jiwoo and they both just shred anyone who comes near.
All right, 3-man dive here onto an Aatrox who has flash. Let's see if it works out. TP comes in before the paranoia, so maybe a chance, but that damage is way too much. The TP is there, but that's a Zillion. Meanwhile, we got Beryl. Nice flash as he predicts that one. Jiwoo just dodges that with Ghost, and he gets out. But yeah, the top side, another big win here for Nongshim. They even get the TP out of Showmaker.
Oh, this might be a tricky dive.
Yeah, trying to go for this one onto Jiwoo. That should work out. Lucid.
Ult?
No?
Question mark?
Yeah.
No, he needed to save it so he could kill Amy.
Well, now we got Galio coming in, and yeah, he's just going to die to the turret shot and ignite. So there you go. Even going to get the flash out of aiming. And now it's Fisher's turn to be everywhere. You know, he was in the top lane. He comes down, he ults the bottom lane. Reminds me of Showmaker in game 2.
That's what you got to do. You know, they picked this global comp. They want to make use of it.
Okay, trying to get the one tap out of aiming, and Fisher will not be denied, and he's got a Shen on his back here too. Lucid flexes! Oh no! It's a double for Fisher under the turret.
You know what? Lehenge, you're forgiven. That is a good reason to save your ult. Forget about your AD carry. You're playing for your mid laner, and Fisher, he does everything. You know, he's doing what Showmaker did last game. Lands a taunt here, they get this kill pretty easily. No too big of an issue. And then here, very scrappy play. The satchel usage by aiming doesn't inspire joy. And then this is a great flash from Beryl. Reads the taunt flash, doesn't get hit by it. But then this play, was Lehenge CC'd for the entire duration? Let's take a look. Got stunned by Lehenge. There was definitely a window for him to ult. Yeah. But, you know, didn't find it. And then this play works out famously.
I'm going for it. It's just talking about timings. Oh. Predict on the flash. He's having a good time. Meanwhile, trying to bully aiming once again.
Wait, he nearly just smashed him.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a return to the old times. You know, we talked about the lane swap era. AP Galio era? Not tank Galio? Actual I can one-shot people Galio? It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you're fed.
It's obnoxious but to play into, but it's beautiful. Yeah, but the thing is as well, I mean, maybe, like, he's gone phase rush as well, so it kind of seemed like this was his intent.
Yeah.
Because we saw a lot more, like, aftershock and stuff. He wants to do damage. He wants to just kill people. And you know what's crazy? Still tanky. Still tanky. That's how it goes.
Yeah. That is the way the Galio. Shu's still trying to figure out what his role is in this game. I hope it's not to face check and die. It was to face check and... Okay, it was to face check and die. That's his role in the game. It's to face check and die. I figured it out. 2 deaths now. That one goes over to Lehenge, who is 2-0-2. And Nongshim are just kind of flattening them here in game 3. Looks like they finally figured it out. Just pick 5 champions that go in, and then we can't go out.
Yeah,
and
flying too close to the sun. Far too close to the sun. Has the Camille support worked? Not famously. Has the flex to give top counter pick worked? Also not famously. Both of which are 0-2-0. Perhaps a step too far. The full channel taunt into the other taunt. It's that easy.
And somehow, Lehen still got the kill.
Yeah.
It's okay. Fisher already had 2 kills.
He deserved it. Now he has his locket. Whereas Beryl has to build like damage items that are expensive.
Let's go for the locket Camille.
I am going to say it though. From this position, this is the biggest lead we've had at this point of the game in this series. From this position, Nongshim really should be winning this game.
Yeah.
Really.
It's very difficult to handle that much pressure. They don't have the same comp as last game where they had like Xayah and Jax and all this stuff. Like they still have some potential to peel, but when you're this far behind,
oh, look at the plate
that really
as well.
matters. Yeah, 5 plates in bot.
Lehen's got a lot of plate gold because, you know, he deserves it.
Yes. He's got a bounty, the biggest one in the game.
Yeah, and I think Nongshim just have so much control now, and it's so hard for D+ to do something in return, because every time they'll make a play, the entire enemy team is capable of showing up in a relatively quick fashion. If they're not there already hiding in a bush, as was the case there with Lehen's.
Yeah. We have Hexexol again, by the way. So that's, you know, DK can't just sit around and do nothing for a while and let Drakes go the way of Nongshim. They actually have to fight for these plays. Yeah. For now, they're just going to sit back and farm, but eventually...
They did at least get a one of the dragons. So...
Ocean.
Yeah, but it's not really pertinent what the dragon is, but it just means Nongshim are 3 away.
I just thought you didn't remember the name of Ocean Drake.
How could I forget?
Well, Xiu, this time he's not face-checking a bush, but he might still be dead. And he's going to flash and still die.
They opted into this, by the way.
Yeah, this was DK's choice.
Yeah, so not having a fun time. Zig's ult will come in, more global ultimates, or semi-global at least, to deny the push so the tower doesn't go down. But they still lost their Aatrox, who right now isn't having a good time. I feel like this is kind of like, you know the scoreline you see when someone's lane swapped? That's what Aatrox has, right?
Yeah.
Lowest CS out of anyone on his team apart from his support, 0-3-0. Whereas on the other side, Kingen doesn't even look like he was in a lane swap.
And now you see they're trying to desperately do this Rift Herald, but we've got everybody joining in on the side of Nongshim. Did they go too far? I do wonder. 666 gold does go over to Beryl, but he will go down. Lehen's, they're desperately trying to kill a Shen, and they will eventually be able to do just that. Kiting the Aatrox once again. Here is Xiu and Kingen. The res going to maybe be denied here. Yeah, it's not going to come through, and Nongshim just waited out, take the win in the fight. And the Rift Herald did not even go their way to DK. Ooh, no time.
One of the things with Zilean is when your team is ahead, it feels so obnoxious. You know, you're trying to take down super fed targets, you think you're going to get it, and they come back to life. When you're behind, though, it's like, oh, we can't kill the 0-3-0 Aatrox. Let's just ignore him for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's literally what happened. We're fighting.
We're fighting again, and that's aiming, getting into melee range of an auto-attacking...
Hey, Beryl got the Herald.
Yeah, he did. Guess what Nongshim got? 3 kills. Definitely better than the Heralds. And Nongshim, you know, this is what I was saying with my prediction, you know, earlier on. The one win that goes to Nongshim is that DK they have a game like this.
Don't do a chronicler.
It just happens, you know. I saw the lines ahead of time.
Don't do a chronicler and start bringing up your predictions and how you saw the lines.
I saw the line. I'm just saying.
We're gonna have to hear him talk about it on the desk. So,
I mean, he went for 3-2, so.
oh man, if it becomes a 3-2, we'll never hear the end.
We're all doomed, yeah.
Yeah.
This fight, I mean, not much to say about that one.
Yeah, Beryl, it was on 6 HP and he just killed the Rift Herald and then picked up the buff. Yeah, that is, even when he's struggling, Beryl will still just do things like that. He does have an Eclipse now, though. So, let's see what he can do with that.
It's a very fast Wukong, but as you mentioned, this Galio's still tanky, even building AP, and there is the follow-up. Everybody just pressing their buttons on in. The Fear gonna lock down aiming. He is done for. Lucid gets the res, but the rest of his team is dead. Xiu dies. It's a 17th kill over to the side of Nomshim. We're looking for number 18. Might not get it this time, but I think Nomshim are fine either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge advantage, and Nongshim are doing everything they need to do with the composition. They are just diving onto aiming and killing him, and basically anyone else they see as well. This game feels pretty shut and done for Nongshim, and Lucid is going to execute eventually.
Will he?
Right?
Will he?
Oh, my, why did he went out of turret range?
And he went back the way that...
Whatever, it's only Shen Gold, right? Right?
It's a very fed Shen.
He is very strong. So this fight, they try and engage initially onto Galio. Beryl dodges the knockup, but he is a level 8 Camille support, so it doesn't really matter. He just passively dies. They kill aiming.
Aiming satcheled aggressively again.
Yeah. I don't think it would have done anything. It might have made him die a little slower, but yes, he is definitely not satcheling defensively. Also, he has gone... What are his aims?
Now I'm really curious. I saw the torch, I'm pretty sure.
That's not new for him.
Yeah.
Torch in a Shadow Flame? Ugh. Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, this has not been a fun Ziggs game from my perspective.
Well, I do think that the DK coaches will have to go back to the drawing board on this one. I mean, they're all here. They know they're all here. Want to deny an Otacon, but now they're just all in position to get dove all together. In goes Gideon. That, guys, this comp plays itself. Press your buttons. Go in. Nomshim, press your buttons and go into the enemy team. Looks like they finally are able to figure out how to do that. The res comes in, and down goes Beryl at the same time. The res doesn't matter. It's just 3 kills over to the side of Nomshim. They are just that far ahead.
Yeah, that did not look like a 10,000 gold lead team fight. Lehen's ulted Kingen instead of the Nocturne who was flying in. Bit of a weird one, but they are very ahead. It doesn't really matter. They win the fight. They get Otacon. Lehen's is taking red buff because, you know what? He deserves it.
He deserves it, yeah.
He deserves it. Oh.
Well,
The Showmaker won it.
fight over the red buff. Okay, the
You
stun.
can get it quickly.
Oh,
Lehen's got it.
Lehen's got it.
Of course he did.
Deserved.
Yeah,
Deserved.
he deserved it.
Yeah.
He deserved that kill too, but unfortunately
They're
stole it.
keeping them around. I mean, this could be some shutdowns.
They have Otacon now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, trying to ult out of this one, and now aiming.
Where's your satchel? Where's your satchel?
He doesn't have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
perhaps shouldn't have used it defensively.
Showmaker on the run.
Guys, you can't use the Hex Gates if you've been damaged within the last couple of seconds. This isn't new.
Oh, the sad teacup.
Hopefully Lehen's takes that kill. Oh,
Okay. We'll play on a Jiu. Do they have the damage? The Cyclone, another bomb? Oh, he's too fast. Oh, the speed up.
who's faster?
Oh, the Shen. The Shen is going to win out in the end. Lucid, the
Oh,
fake.
he fakes
the
it.
fake. He wants the kill.
No,
he
they
wants the
block it.
200 gold, and he's got to get it.
All of that for 200 gold. What is
Massive.
going on this game?
Massive.
Aiming.
24-3.
Another little offensive satchel. Yeah.
Well, you don't need satchel against this. It's fine. He's got a rest.
It was a bait. Be in the satchel, so he'll...
Yes.
Yeah.
200 gold. 200 gold. Baited. Excellently done.
Wait.
Oh,
he you know what he did? He bought Zhonya's. So he must have had Rocket Bell on like his, these are the actives that, like you know when you have one active, you put it on a button?
Yeah.
And then he must have bought Zhonya's and gone, okay, Zhonya's is on the priority button, Rocket Bell's the other one, and he pressed the wrong one. That's what I'm assuming happened, and
100%.
Unfortunately, he had a little goof. Happens to the best of us. This fight, yeah, like Lahen's ulted on Kingen instead of on the Nocturne, who's obviously going to dive in the back line. A bit odd, but it just doesn't matter. They just don't have it. And like, Zillion ult on the Aatrox, who just dies and dies again. The 071 Aatrox.
No, wait, hold that thought.
081
yeah.
Aatrox. I just love how they did this Camille flex to bot lane, and both the Camille and the Aatrox are combined 115 and 2.
Yeah, this is one of the worst swaps I think we've ever seen. That's for sure. I can say that with near certainty.
Teams do things, and they're like, we could do this. But have they ever stopped to consider, should they do this?
Should they do it? I wish they did. I really do.
The answer was no.
Beryl at least considered in that moment. He's like, should I go in? No, I'm not going to.
Oh, but it's genius because they deny 2 top lane picks because now Camille and Aatrox out of the pool. So Lahen's can't play Camille or Aatrox support as he was liable to, obviously.
Yeah.
No.
Still got Cassante, Jace, even Aurora.
I think D+ went into this game expecting to finish it out with a 3-0. So got a little bit goofy, a little bit of happy gaming. Wouldn't be a D+ series without a bit of that.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Stop chronicling me, please. He's going to say it when it gets to space. He'll be like, I knew this would happen.
Any other 3-1 enjoyers? Any other 3-1 predictors alongside of me?
There is a lot.
I mean, there's no guarantee that DK win from here. But we have seen this before. They've done it in grand finals as well against T1, you know, where they played, what was it, Kassadin, Renekton. It was weird. And then they won the next game. Yeah. And they're like, okay, we're much better than you, and they just they took the win.
This one's for the funsies. This one's to stress out the fans.
Yeah.
You're not if you don't love them at their worst, you don't deserve them at their best.
Yeah. Not toxic.
Yeah. You can't be a Beryl fan if you don't appreciate him going 1-7-1 on Camille support in playoffs.
Is it better to go 1-7-1 on Elise or Camille?
Ooh. I mean, at least you can still be a Cocoon bot, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's less impressive. Everyone ints on Elise. It's just a thing we've seen. It's only Beryl. By the way, he's 3 levels down on Lahen's.
Yeah.
Lahen's will just kill him. Look, look how much damage he did to him.
Like, they knew they shouldn't go in there, but they're like, you know what? I'm just going to go in anyway.
No. I can guarantee Beryl is right now typing in, okay, Nocturnal at this time, Galio at this time, Shen Ignite at this with.
Yeah. 19 seconds on his death timer.
Do you know how little gold they get from killing him? Do you think he cares? He'll die when they get 300 gold. He's worth a fraction of that.
Really?
Flash for flash, right?
Yeah, you got another speed up soon.
Speed up Ziggs, make him waddle really fast.
Yeah. Okay, well...
guys, there is a Baron.
Trading flashes with Kennen?
Yeah.
Worth? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, face checking the brush. And yeah, the damage they have is just obscene at this point in time. Beryl's there as well, just to go for number 9. Lucky number 9, he says, as he falls. You know, down will go the Baron.
Without Hex Gates, Beryl couldn't have got back that quickly to die again. I think that's it.
He's really min-maxing his death.
He really is. Yeah. A death, so far, a death every 3 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
But actually, it's past 27 minutes, so he's falling under quota slightly.
Yeah. If
Nongshim end under 30 minutes and he dies one more time, he'll have beaten 3 deaths per minute. So that's your goal right now, Beryl.
I don't think it's 3 deaths per minute, by the way.
Sorry, 1 death every 3 minutes. 1 death every 3 minutes. 3 deaths per minute is impressive even for Beryl.
Yeah, it's like almost 100. They're just going to press their buttons
there he goes.
And go at them. There he goes, 1 in 10. So he's hit number 10, lucky number 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, Gnome they take advantage of DK's happy gaming, and they'll take a game down. We'll see if they can take some momentum from this and get something going.
Yeah, and Beryl manages to get more than one death every 3 minutes in that game, which is a unique Beryl statistic.
There you go.
We'll be tracking for the rest of the series to see if he breaks that record. Yeah, well, I think Nongshim got a pretty good draft. They had all the tools they needed to play globally and make things happen everywhere on the map. They also got some early momentum. And this Camille support Aatrox top thing did not work at all.
Yeah.
Somewhat disrespectful from D+, but somewhat just who they are as people. And now, yeah, I think I would if I was in solo queue. Hey, but Beryl did more damage than Shiwu did, so something to be said for that. And Lehens nearly did as much damage as like Showmaker and Aiming, not too far off.
Just report Camille Aatrox and move on to the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't the most impressive stuff from DK. And now all of a sudden, you know, the 3-2 possibility, it might actually happen for Nongshim. They've got one win under their belts. Can they get 2 more? We've got a couple of games potentially to figure that out. We're going to take a break and have the space. We'll be back.
정태야, 내가 이번에 앞에 쪽으로 입을 볼 테니까 이 연계해봐. 빨리 말고 질려고 있을까? 하나, 둘, 셋. 씨, 까비. 야야, 무청문 왜 켰어? 뭐야, 나 본다. 살짝 볼게. 까비. 천천히. 호당나. 야, 타워쳐. 야, 오부터. 타워쳐. 싸워, 이거. 타워쳐. 끝났어. 타워쳐, 얘들아. 그럼 5초. 타워쳐. 타워쳐. 나이스. 한번 날아라. 예, 샌 캐리.